Today, we are looking at the all-new U3 universal remote from Sofabaton. Thank you to Sofabaton for sending me this remote for review. Now, this remote is a little bit different than the other universal remotes that I've covered from Sofabaton. So let's get into what those differences are. So right away, this is a more basic remote than the ones I have previously covered. Specifically, it can only send an IR signal from the remote itself. The other option is to pair it with an IR repeater. Those are the only two options for sending an IR signal. Now that differs from the X2 and the X1S and the other remotes in that those remotes have hubs. This remote does not have a hub. So you connect this remote to your phone over Bluetooth, and then you use the Sofabaton app to configure it. The other thing I want to cover is that there are a lot of buttons on this remote. There are more buttons. It has a keypad down here with all of the numbers. It also has all of your standard fast forward, rewind, guide, exit, back button, etc. So let's configure a device on this remote and walk through how it's done. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to configure this to connect to my Trinnov processor. Now I have previously connected this remote to this app, and so it remembers it. But if you're doing this for the first time, then you will have to press and hold this button, the minus sign, and the E button down here at the bottom. You have to press and hold the two of those together at the same time, and then it will pair over Bluetooth. So now I'm paired with my app. So at this point, I'm going to go back to the app and I'm going to add a device. So I press the add button up at the top. Now the Trinnov connects over infrared, IR signal. So I will select that. Then I'll search in the database. I'll type in Trinnov here. Select Trinnov. I have the altitude 16. Now I am going to skip this part of the process. Here is where you verify that the power button works correctly. I'm going to skip this because the Trinnov processor, the power button for the remote is a little bit different. You actually have to press and hold the OK button to power it on. So it doesn't use a standard power button. So I'm just going to hit next. Then I'm going to select the U3, hit next. Now I'm going to hit complete. Now it downloads the library. And now we have it complete. So now we have the Trinnov, and now you can see that it has added the Trinnov device, if I can get it in focus there. Now you can see the Trinnov device. Now what we're going to do is we're going to test and see if this thing will actually power up the Trinnov. So now I'm here in my network closet. I have the Trinnov processor down here at the bottom of the rack. Now remember, the IR signal comes from the remote. So I'm going to point the remote at the processor, and then I'm going to press and hold the OK button. And it powers up. There it goes. It's starting the boot up process. So that works. So that was very simple. I just selected Trinnov from the database, installed it on the remote, boom, it works. So now let's configure the Valerian Vision Master Pro 2 projector. So now I'm back in the app. I'm going to hit the plus button and I'm going to select infrared again, search in the database. Now I have learned that if you search directly for Valerian, nothing comes up. And you'll see nothing. So with Valerian, you actually have to search for AWOL. That's the parent company for Valerian. So you select that. And then down here, you have Valerian projector. I'm going to select that. And here we are. Now, this one, I am going to test the power button because this one might not work. So I'm going to point the remote at the projector, and then I'm going to hit test. Point the remote at the device, hit OK, and it does not work. So this is something where I'm going to skip this step because you can't repair this in this step. So I'm going to hit next. I'm going to select yes, we want this to go to the U3 remote. Hit next, complete. And now we're going to download the library onto the remote. And there we go. We're done. Okay, so now we have the AWOL Vision installed on the remote. Now I'm going to hit edit, the upper right-hand corner icon with the pencil on it. I'm going to hit edit, then I'm going to select the edit button on AWOL Vision. Now I'm going to go to add or fix commands. And the one I'm going to fix is the power button. So I'm going to go down here to where it says power. Now I'm going to hit test. Yep, it's not doing anything. And I am pointing the remote at the projector while I do this. Okay, so now I'm going to hit edit on the power button. And I'm going to select a suitable command from the cloud. I'm going to select that. Now, here there's 1 of 9. You'll see power and then 1 of 9. So we're going to hit the power button on 1 of 9. Let's see. Does the device respond correctly to this command? No, it did not. Oh, wait. Yes, it did. It did actually work on that one. So we're going to go back to 1 of 9. And then we're going to select that one. So we'll hit power. We're going to say yes, it does respond correctly to this command. So we hit yes. Do you want to replace the default command with this new one? Yes. And now we have a working power button for the AWOL Vision. Now I am going to change the name. This is how you do this. It is Valerian. And submit. And now it changes it to Valerian and it updates it on the remote. So you can see we now have the Trinnov and the Valerian. Now I'm going to add in my Kaleidescape. So we're going to go back. Now we're going to hit plus, infrared again, search in the database, Kaleidescape. Now I have the Strato M, which is not on this list, but it does have Strato. So I'm just going to select Strato. And here we're going to select the test button again. I'm going to point the remote at the Kaleidescape and see if it responds to the power. And it worked. The Kaleidescape is now powering up. It's now downloading the library. It takes just a moment. And now we have the Trinnov, the Valerian, and the Kaleidescape all programmed onto the U3 Sofabaton remote, and it's just that easy. Now, we did have to do a repair for the power command on the Valerian, but other than that, everything works thus far. Now, one of the things that I love about these Sofabaton remotes is that you can program in custom buttons. So you can select a button and you can program it to do whatever command you need it to do. And you can teach it either by repairing it from the database or using a built-in command, or you can actually use the remote, the actual remote from the device, to teach the Sofabaton what the command is. One of the things that I want to highlight about the U3 remote, I've already touched on it, is that it has to be pointed at your devices. If you have a device that's outside the room or something that you can't point the remote at, then you will need to add the IR repeater that will then connect to the U3 remote and send the signal for you, for this remote. So that is an add-on. Now, right now, currently the U3 is on sale for $99. I believe that sale runs through May 28th. And actually, if you use my unique link, the first 50 people who purchase the U3 remote will receive a free charging dock, which is a $30 value. Now, speaking of charging, when it comes to accessories that come with this remote, the only thing you receive is a USB-C charging cable. It does not come with a USB-C charging brick, so you will have to provide your own charging brick, but it does come with the cable. Other than that, this is what you get, just the remote. Now, if you purchase the charging dock extra, past the promotion, that is $30. So keep that in mind. Now, one of the other features that I want to highlight on this remote is that you can easily select which device you want to control. And you do that by using the scroll wheel to scroll up and down, and then you are on the device that you want to control. Now, there is a push button, the scroll wheel, it's also a push button. However, you don't have to press the push button to select the device. You just have to be hovered over it, and then you are now controlling it. So in this case, I'm hovered over Kaleidescape. So at this point, any button I press, it will send a command to the Kaleidescape, or I can scroll up. Now I'm on the Trinnov, And at that point, I'm now controlling the Trinnov. Another feature I want to highlight is the voice function. Now here on the remote is a voice button. It's right between the back button and the macros button. And I want to point out that this is compatible with Google Voice. However, it is not compatible with Apple TV. I already tried it. It does connect to my Apple TV over Bluetooth, works just great, but the voice control button does not work with the Apple TV. It is only compatible with Google Voice. The other thing I want to point out is that the U3 does not have the activities function. Now, the activities function is something that they have on the X2, the X1S, etc. And those are where you can kick off a series of commands that will basically power up all of your devices that need to be powered up for a specific activity. Say you want to watch Apple TV, right? So if you kick off the activity for watch Apple TV, it'll power on your Apple TV, it'll power on your receiver or processor, it'll power on your TV or projector, etc. And then you're now controlling the Apple TV from your universal remote. That activities function is not available on the U3. There is something similar. It has macros, and macros is where you create a series of commands, custom commands, and you can tell it to say, power on my TV, power on my Apple TV, power on my processor, and it will do that, but it's not a smart function. Like, it doesn't remember that those devices are now powered on. You just are now controlling it. And you do that by selecting which device you want to control. So say you kick off a macro to power on all those devices, you'll then need to scroll and select which device you want to control at that point, which, let's say you had an Apple TV, then you would scroll down to Apple TV and then you're controlling the Apple TV. Basically, it's kind of a scaled down version of activities. So it's not as smart, it's not as handy, but it does function. The other thing I want to talk about is the settings for the remote itself. So like I say, you can scroll and you can select which device you want to control, but if you keep scrolling up, then you get to the settings icon at the very top. At that point, you press the scroll button or the scroll wheel, and now you're at the settings, and you can scroll down and select which setting you want to adjust. So the first option is device info. That's pretty self-explanatory. It gives you the name of the remote, the model, the device ID, the hardware version, the firmware version, etc. Then if you select the back button, it takes you back. Language, also self-explanatory. Idle Bluetooth. This will put the Bluetooth mode in sleep if it's idle. The next option is lift to wake. I really like this function because then when you pick up the remote, it just automatically wakes up and the screen lights up. So I definitely have that enabled. If you want to disable it, you just click on it and then it gives you the option to enable or disable. Like I say, I keep it enabled, and then I hit the back button, and now I keep scrolling. Down here at the bottom, screen timeout. So this is right here where you set how long the screen will stay on after you've set it down. So if you click on it, it gives you the option to set it at 10, 15, 20, or 30 seconds. I like mine to turn off fairly quickly, so I keep it set at 10 seconds. Now I hit the back button, scroll down. Brightness. This is where you set the screen brightness. Also self-explanatory. You can do low, medium, and high. So if you have a dark theater like me and you can get by with a low bright setting, that is fantastic because then it's not blinding you. But if you are in a room with a lot of windows, a lot of light, you need that high bright setting, you can absolutely do that. Now we're going to hit back. We're going to go down to pair IR repeater. This is where you would pair the IR repeater that I've talked about. I'm going to hit back because we're not going to do that. And then you also have a restart option if you want to restart the remote. So I'm going to hit back, and now I'm back at the devices. And then this is where you select the macros. So now I have not configured any macros, but we've talked about them. It's where you can set up a custom sequence of commands. This is where you access those. That's through that macros button right there. I don't have any configured, so I'm going to hit the back button, and I'm back at the devices. And so that's it. It's all pretty self-explanatory. I really like this remote. It feels good. It has a nice heft to it, but it's light. I like the light feel to it. It feels solid. It feels well built. it has a lot of buttons. And so it gives you a lot of options down here to configure custom commands if you want to. You have the volume up and down available right next to the scroll wheel, which I really like having that. The channel or chapter adjust buttons, those are right there as well. So I've been using this remote for a couple days now, and I gotta say, I really like it. I'm pretty impressed with it. Again, it doesn't have all of the functionality of the X2 remote, which I do use in my theater, but it's very user-friendly. If you have a setup where you have all of your equipment accessible and you can point your remote at it, that's great. If you do have equipment that's outside of the room or not something that you can easily point at, then you would need the IR repeater. If you're okay with not having the activities function, this is definitely a low-cost option that you would want to consider. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions about the U3 remote. I will try to get to those the best I can. Remember, again, the U3 is currently on sale for $99. I believe that sale runs through May 28th. After that, the price will go up to $130. And also remember, if you are one of the first 50 to use my unique link, you will receive a free charging dock. So definitely take advantage of that. In the meantime, thanks for watching.